Hey everybody, welcome to today's vlog. Today we're kind of doing a bit of a repeat vlog. We're headed down to Nerd again. I gotta drop some snakes off down there. But what'll be fun today is that we're taking Robbie and Jack. Robbie's my brother, Jack's my cousin. They've never seen some of these animals before, so we're gonna do a private tour, which should be a lot of fun. Get their reactions to these animals. So right now we're picking up Robbie. Kind of dark in here. But the other thing we'll get to see here is my mother's house pigs. Here's Roger. Hey, Rog. And here's Ruby. So they're both potbelly pigs. I think they weigh like 170 pounds apiece. They're big, but as you can see, they live here in the house year-round. All right, we'll be back in a minute. Hey everybody, me and Jack are here at Nerd again. Last time we were here, we looked at the koi pond, but we didn't see these massive koi they have. Look at the size of that thing. Wow. And it's another beautiful day. We're gonna get another tour, so Jack's gonna see some animals he's never seen before. And we're gonna go see if they have anything outside here today. Now we get to feed the goats today. Look at these guys. Come on.
You too.
Are you hungry? Are you hungry?
Can you reach? Okay. Alright, right down the line. A little for you. There you go.
Wait your turn, guys.
There, all over it.
Wait your turn.
There you go. Alright, you're next. Whoa, wow, holy. He almost got all of it. Okay. Alright, you didn't eat last time.
Yeah, midget goat didn't get to eat last time we fed them.
And you get the rest.
I don't know if this is like
Alright.
a dwarf goat or what's going on here. So me and Sierra, as you guys know, have a Leachianus gecko, the world's largest gecko species, and right here they have this beautiful, looks like a Yate lychee. But look at the size on this guy. He is huge. So this is also one of the best times of year for baby turtles, and God, these guys are cute. You can see these guys are only like an inch long, or 2 inches long. They are cute.
They're the world record holder for world's longest snake. The longest reticulated python on record was about 33.5 feet long. So to give you an idea of how long that animal was, this room from the wall to the door frame was only 25.5 feet. So you have to add an additional 8 feet onto the end of this room to get to the longest reticulated python on record. But we breed probably the most amount of reticulated pythons on this side of the country.
This one matches the wall.
It's pretty cool, right?
Look at that one, see?
Version of that. This has been many years in the making for us to produce the albino cows. These usually sell for about $12,000 to $15,000 each. So if you guys like to give a pat, you can pat them right on down the back. You can see they're not slimy. They're very smooth to the touch.
Ooh. Hi.
Oh, how you doing? Got all these scent particles or these receptors inside of our nose that pick up on all the things in the air. Snakes have something different. It's called the Jacobson's organ, and it's located in the roof of their mouth. So what they do is they take their tongue, they stick it out into the air, and they flick their tongue up and down. When they're doing that, you can see their tongue is split on the end. So they're flicking it up and down, trying to catch as many things as in the air as they can. So when they bring their tongue back into their mouth, they stick that tips of their tongue up into the Jacobson's organ. It pulls all of the little things things from the air off of the tongue and tells the snake exactly what it's smelling. Since reticulated pythons are mostly nocturnal, they're usually sleeping during the daytime and then they're awake at nighttime. So their eyes are not going to be very helpful at night since they don't have very big eyes. So they rely really heavily on that sense of smell to help them flick their tongue and figure out what's going on around them. If they've had a run-in with a cat or a dog where it tried to eat them, they're going to remember that smell. So the next time they smell that, they're going to go find someplace safe to hide. If they find a certain food item that they like a lot and they smell that, they're going to try and follow that scent trail to wherever that creature is so that they can eat it. And it's very helpful for these animals when they're out in the wild to help them figure out what's going on around them. And this is called Moo, which that's her name, and that's the name of the morph as well. It's called a Moo reticulated python. When we first produced this Moo, we had someone offer us almost $100,000 wanting to buy her from us.
Wow.
And we actually turned them down. So how old do you think this snake is?
2.
Well,
What?
like
2 months.
really,
As a
probably.
baby?
She's just coming up on 3 years old. So
I was gonna say 5. So
still a very young snake. She's still got a lot of growing to do. But you can see they can get pretty big in 2 to 3 years.
hi, Moo.
And she actually just laid her first clutch of eggs this year. Her eggs are incubating right now. We have an incubator set up in our office, and it usually takes about 90 days for reticulated pythons to hatch out of their eggs. You guys want to feel her?
How many did she produce this year?
22 healthy eggs,
22.
no slugs.
Baby,
Awesome.
Hey!
hi, Moo.
The last time I was here, she was
What's
still
up, Moo?
She's soft.
all swollen. No, she was still out. She was all swollen up last
Swollen
time.
up with all her
Hi,
eggs.
Hello.
Moo. How are you?
You smile,
You
dog
smile
on me,
at
but
everybody. Huh?
Always exploring.
She's like, what's that?
kind of wrap around that.
She likes to climb. She loves to climb. And reticulated pythons in the wild, up to this size, you'll often find them in trees because they are very good climbers. And when they're up in a tree, they don't have to worry about as many predators like crocodiles or big
Yeah.
cats. They really only have to worry about birds and maybe the occasional monkey. But a lot of once they get this size, most of that stuff can be food for them.
Yeah. I was always like, monkey? I don't imagine a monkey would want to mess with them because they could eat them.
Yeah, really, really cool.
You could eat
All right, so you guys want to try and hold her?
a big one like
You want to
that.
hold it? I'm good. I will.
A big
Yeah,
one
I'll
like
hold
that.
All right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna, you guys, if you want to hold her, I'm gonna have you line up with your backs up against the cages over there. You guys are gonna squish together.
We're gonna squish together.
Alrighty.
It just
You put your hands out in front of you.
Ready?
And hold on to her
You hold on
underneath.
to the tail.
Underneath.
Okay. And she's just gonna squeeze, but it's not gonna hurt.
There we go. How's that?
Hi, Moo. You're pretty heavy. Just
She
one
is, she-
little section of her is heavy.
Yeah, she just laid her egg, so she's a little empty right now. She laid about 2 weeks ago. But when she's all full up, she probably weighs about 100-ish pounds, maybe 125 pounds.
Wow, man.
She probably weighs like maybe 60 pounds right now. She's all
Weighs more
empty.
Than you.
She was more than me.
Yeah. Weighs more
Doesn't
than
know what to
you.
think about that, Mike.
Man.
She's like, just explore everything. So, snakes are not that different than us. You know, a lot of people think they're a very different animal than us, but they're really not all that different. They have 2 lungs just like we do. Even though one of their lungs is very small, they use only 1 lung to do most of their breathing. They have a skeleton just like we do. She's got a skull up in her head. She's got a spine that starts right behind her skull and goes all the way down to the end of her tail. She's got ribs that start up here in her neck and go all the way down to her vent where she goes to the bathroom from. And if you took an x-ray of her, you would even see that down where she goes to the bathroom
I
from,
just felt
she actually has a pelvis. She has hip bones from millions of
Really?
years ago when
Yeah,
snakes
I
had
just
legs.
felt it.
Wow, I didn't know they had hip bones.
And
Yes,
I
it
just
is.
felt it.
Is that right there? That little bump there?
Yep. That's where I just ran into it.
There.
Yeah, that's the dangerous end.
That's the business end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
That's
much
the
more
business.
scared of that end.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you
Yeah.
said that, I was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, we're at that end.
Yeah, you get bit, you can wipe the blood right off. You get peed on, you gotta smell like snake pee until you can change your clothes.
Oh, I'm glad she didn't pee on me.
Me too. Because I didn't bring a change of clothes.
I give off a lot
I-
of body heat, so she might poop on me.
I would flip.
I'm the opposite.
It
I'm
happens
always the opposite.
sometimes.
Oh, I feel
I'm a
something.
fashionista.
Yeah, it's right there.
No.
I felt something.
You feel this like thing at the end.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
I'm a fashionista, so no thank you.
You're a fashionista.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
What is a
Bye,
fashionista? What do they do?
Bye.
Bye.
Nothing.
Bye, Moo.
And sadly, reticulated pythons are the most widely used for skins.
Skins.
How
Yeah,
are
for
you?
making purses and coats and hats
That
and
makes me
jackets.
so mad.
Because they get big so quickly, a lot of importers will keep them in cages, grow them up for a year, and then skin them and make purses and coats or sell them to the fashion industry.
That
Which
is
is really
not
sad.
nice.
No, but I've seen people on TV, on Food Network.
There's gonna be no animals left for us
to appreciate, man. Out in the wild, and that's why we're trying to breed these animals in
there's two in
captivity.
there.
Is so the dwarf caiman are from South America, and they're very closely related to crocodiles and alligators, but they are different. And what I've got in my
Actually
hands right
follows
here,
Dwarf.
they are dwarfs because they are one of the smallest crocodilian species on the planet. American alligators, females can get up to 12 feet long, and males can get up to 18 feet long. So those are actually full-grown adults, and the males are about 5.5, almost 6 feet, and the female's only about 4.5 feet. So she is a third of the size of an American alligator. So much, much smaller than other crocodilian species.
Still dangerous.
They can still be very dangerous, yes. So this one that I've got in my hands right here is a baby dwarf caiman, and he's really, really cute. When they're this size, though, they don't really have a very strong bite. It would only just barely be able to break my skin. So if a predator had thick skin or fur or feathers, they're not going to be deterred by a bite from a little lizard like this. So these are very, very low on the food chain when they're babies. And to combat that, the caiman, the dwarf caiman, and a lot of crocodilian species, the mothers will actually stay with the babies for up to 2 years to protect them from predators. So they catch all their own food, but if they feel threatened, like an animal's going to hurt them or eat them, they'll make a little noise, a little distress call, and that lets the mom know that they need help. The mom will come over, try and scare away that bigger animal, and it gives the babies a little bit of a head start in life. Because you can see they've got short, stubby legs, they've got a long tail, and kind of a big, goofy head. So they are very clumsy on land. They are designed to be in the water. We're the only facility in the entire world who successfully bred dwarf caiman indoors in captivity. There have been a couple people who have bred them in outdoor farms, but we're the only people who have bred them indoors. And our female's actually getting ready to lay eggs again soon. So if we successfully hatch them out this year, this will be our 6th time producing dwarf caiman.
Wow.
Nice, huh? That's awesome.
There's about 3 or 4 of them in there.
But I saw
You're checking us out?
But I
We're checking you out.
Kyle. I was like, yes.
That's a big.
But I saw the
Just sticking their heads out.
Oh.
Hi, Bubba.
Hi, Bubba!
You are
Bubba
a big
is an
guy.
alligator snapping turtle, and alligator
Hi.
snapping turtles are found in the southeastern part of the United States. You used to be able to find them all the way from Florida to Texas, but now because of habitat destruction, they're now limited. Most of their range has been dwindled down to just 4 river systems throughout Alabama and Louisiana. The
This guy.
So, this animal right here is very closely related to the Komodo dragon.
I love little dragons.
But this is what's called an Asian water monitor. This one is actually what's called a black dragon. So it's what's known as a hypermelanistic water monitor. So it's all black in comparison to your regular water monitors that have got a lot of yellow coloration and patterning to them. This guy right
Your tongue
here,
is amazing.
he's really cool. His name is Black Beast, and he is one of our breeder male black dragons. And he produced a lot of babies for us this past year. We're hoping that we'll
Ooh,
produce
you
a
big
lot more
stud, you.
for us this upcoming year as well. But you can see that this animal is not afraid of me. He's not shy. He's very curious. And Asian water monitors are very
You
smart.
see
They're
something
very
underneath
intelligent.
There, huh?
Yeah, another
See that
boy
little-
who's hanging out in there.
Is the
claws coming out.
hypermelanistic dominant, or is it?
It's incomplete dominant, so
Okay.
the hets
Oh, you just
look
moved me.
darker than a normal water monitor, but it's kind of still within the realm of, normal variation. They are not like if you had 1,000 baby water monitors, you might be able to pick out a bunch that are dark, but you might not be able to pick out the actual het black dragons
Okay.
because they are not black, but they are a darker color. So you can see it's like having your own pet dinosaur after a certain point.
You're so awesome. Yeah. Oh, you're definitely rough.
That tongue
Wow.
That tongue is
Getting
a dangerous
You
zone.
getting it?
He's hugging your
Like
arm.
the
Trying
He loves
to-
it.
Every time I try to. I have
so
a shit.
intelligent.
How old is yours?
I don't have an Asian water monitor. I have a Savannah.
Oh, okay.
Forever to go to the bathroom.
Takes 2.
I don't want them to miss him.
So you can see it's like having your own dinosaur after a certain
So
point.
awesome.
Really, really cool.
You are
Hi, kitty.
amazing.
Here, kitty.
Yeah. To make sure he doesn't fall. Can I come out? You want to come out? Which one of you guys wants to come out?
And how often do you get a selfie with one of these on your shoulder?
I know these guys are usually
I
like
try a
kinda getting
selfie and I keep on shaking
$6,000
my
I'm
head.
kind of getting the butt $6,000.
Oh, sorry, bud. Is it
If I
gonna
had
climb up
that,
there?
it would be nice.
You got him?
Yeah.
All right.
You're just trying to climb up the wall.
Take a step back then.
There you go.
Oh, he's shedding.
Yeah, when they're little, they're constantly shedding because they're constantly growing. As they get
Ooh, I
bigger, they
felt your
shed a
tongue.
little less.
We just tasted my neck.
I just felt your tongue.
Mm-hmm. Same
In
thing
your
as snakes,
hair.
trying to pick up
In your hair.
information.
I know you're gonna get stuck in my hair.
Step down.
When they're young like this,
You
they like
wanna
to spend
see
a
her?
lot. Can you get him on?
He likes hair. You like hair, don't you?
He's smelling spiky. That's what he's
You
smelling.
can put it on me.
I got a bearded at home.
Yeah, beard, they have a bearded dragon at home.
Oh, really?
Yeah. All by himself. He doesn't like them.
I am not going to get that.
Hey! Hi!
Is my microphone bothering you? You angry?
Well, that about does it for our day here at Nerd. Me and Jack had a good time. I hope you guys learned something new, and we'll see you later.